Let's take a look at the euro dollar for the upcoming September the 10th session. As you can see, we've come up across part of that daily upper channel that we've talked about, we've had on here for quite some time. That said, let's move it down to the 1 hour chart. And again, several people ask why we focus so much on the 1 hour chart and the 30-minute chart. And it's again to make these videos meaningful over the period of several hours. For instance, some people may view it a few hours later than other people. But a lot of the information is valid if we keep it to these time frames, because it takes several sessions for these time frames to play out. So let's you can take a look at, there's that daily trend line right up in here, and you notice that we came through it. We came right back to that level, the previous resistance, and we tested a support. And it's at this point it's holding. One thing I do want to keep my eye on is this high and this low. And the reason for that is because we do have some divergence coming in here on the 60-minute chart with the MACD. As MACD was moving lower, price was moving higher, and it pulled back. Now, as we've talked about before, divergence doesn't necessarily usually mean a reversal. Most times it means it's a pullback. And a pullback we did get to this daily resistance line of that channel. So let's go down to the 30-minute chart, see things just a little bit more clearly. And again, here you can see that on this chart, we did have some divergence. MACD was waving lower as price was moving higher. And very clear and distinct, you can see this resistance level and the support level. So what we're going to do for the upcoming session is we're going to consider, again, and focus on these two levels that have been developed. We're going to consider a buy scenario. Whoops, let's get that up there. It doesn't look like it wants to hold, so let's just redraw that. And then we're going to explode this out a little bit so it's easier for you all to see. So let's expand that out. And as we get in there, we're going to focus on a close above this high here on a 30-minute chart as a buy scenario. We're going to focus on a close below this low here on a 60-minute chart as a sell signal. That's going to be some price areas, your good price levels. If price closes, remember the candle must close on those 30 and 60-minute time frames above or below them, not spike. It must close outside of that area for us to enter a trade in that direction. Now, the other two things we want to be careful for, again, is if price happens to work its way up through this area and hold up here. Again, if price holds up in this level, goes a little bit higher, you'll have some kind of trend line in the future, and you could sell a break of that on a 30-minute. Likewise, if price just kind of hangs around down here and just channels out through the Asian market, right around the support level, and if we get a trend line, right, let's remove this one now. If we get a trend line, somehow futuristic trend line, remember this is in the future, price hasn't moved or done that yet. We draw a trend line in the future, and any kind of close above that on a 30-minute chart again, we'd be taking some profit up here and then looking to see if it's going to run. So there's really two buys and two sell scenarios for the folks depending on what time you see the video. And so again, the major ones are this high here and this low here. Especially if we close below this low here on a 60-minute chart, that could be a 1, 2, 3 top, right? And then we'd also have broken this trend line. And it's a pretty big trend line that goes back from where we broke out here to right there. So any kind of close below this low would be a 1, 2, 3 bottom. And we'd be looking to definitely sell that. Or sorry, 1, 2, 3 top, we'd definitely be looking to sell that. So that's going to be a wrap for the euro dollar for the upcoming September the 10th session.